Hey Bombshell, so here's the deal about social media. Social media can ruin your life if you let it. People post the highlight reels of their life on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, whatever. It doesn't mean that 100% of the time they have a spectacular life, or they're not facing any battles, or they're not struggling with something. Here's the deal, you guys. We all have things that we go through, whether we choose to talk about it or not. And nobody posts pictures on social media crying or depressed or having a horrible day. I mean, you're going to have your people every once in a while, and we all know one of these people who post their life story on social media, like word vomit the fuck out of everything that's going on in their lives. And you're just like, oh my God, shut up. Like, if I have to hear about this one more time, I'm going to explode. We all see those Debbie Downers. However, for the most part, social media is a highlight reel. And so, you know, I always think of one of my favorite songs by Styx, which was a popular band like back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And there is a lyric from one of their songs, and one of their songs is called The Grand Illusion. So one of their lyrics is, when we think our neighbors have it made, deep inside we're all the same. And it's so, so, so true. Oftentimes we just love to compare ourselves to the Joneses, and we compare ourselves with everything. How she looks, you know, how her husband looks, what type of money he or she makes, what type of neighborhood do they live in, how does their family function, how many friends do they have, what kind of job do they have. You guys, cut the crap out of the comparison game. It's literally going to kill you and pull you down. Think about this. When a flower is growing, they are not comparing themselves to the flower next to them, seeing that this flower is growing taller and quicker than they are. They just simply blossom and they grow at their own pace. So whenever you're thinking about, you know, oh my gosh, this person's life looks perfect, or, you know, this person seems to have it all together, just think about the fact that that person's probably going through things just like you are. They just choose to not talk about it, and they just choose to portray a positive image. And you know what? There are a lot of people on social media who are vulnerable. I'm one of them. I share my struggles all the time. However, I don't make it a habit of sharing a woe is me pity party and just letting it go from there. I usually share whatever I'm struggling with, and then I provide a solution as to how I'm working on it, or what I'm doing differently in my life to, you know, focus on something positive or to improve that situation. I'm not sitting there comparing myself to the girl that I see who appears to have a perfect life. You know, have I compared myself to other women? Yes. Do I compare myself to other women to this day? Hell yeah, I do. I mean, I'm human. However, I know that there's something behind that beautiful person and what they're portraying on social media. And I know that they're probably going through something as well, just like I go through. So, you know, I shared on social media the other day on how I struggle with health issues. You know, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I have high insulin. I have to bust my butt to look the way that I do and feel great. And people may be looking at me thinking, she's tiny, she's fit, she's cute, you know, she has it all together and she's lucky. But the truth of the matter is that every single day I struggle with my insulin resistance. I struggle with cravings. I struggle with energy. And it's just, you know, what I deal with. And I have certain coping mechanisms, and I have certain things that I do to combat that. However, it's not always easy for me. So just think about, you know, when you're looking at that person who you admire and you adore, and you get that little glitch of jealousy or envy, just think about the fact that, how did they get there? Okay, how did they get to be so awesome? You know, what did they have to go through to get there? They probably went through some struggles. They probably still struggle. And think of the fact that even if they have all the money in the world, they seem to have this picture-perfect husband and kids and house and all this good stuff, they still struggle with things in their own way behind closed doors that you may not know of. So, Bombshell, I want you to remember, you are perfect the way you are enough, and you are exactly where you need to be in your life right now in order to get to where you need to go. Have a beautifully fierce day. Love you guys. Bye.